G'day everyone, Paul Stoner here, CEO of Biggin and Scott, and I'm joined today by Emily Sayers from our Richmond office.
Hello.
Who was one of our sales people of the month for October.
Yes.
Most sales and listings.
It's pretty chuffed
Congratulations.
about that. Thank you.
It's a big get, you know. It was 10 sales and 10 listings.
Yes, it was.
So that's not bad because, how long have you been with the group?
10 months.
Not
10
bad.
months? Yeah, not bad.
Who are you working with?
I work alongside Chris O'Shaughnessy.
So that's even better. That's hard work. We all know that.
Drives me.
So Emily, just for the guys that have seen you at training but haven't asked you any questions because they all get shy or whatever, people don't do enough referral work. Tell us a bit about yourself, background. Where were you before Biggin and Scott? And
Okay.
so forth?
I've been in real estate for about 10 years. Previously, I was with Thompson. Originally started there. Started off in reception, and then I went into property management, leasing new business.
Yep.
And then I took the plunge into sales and thought I'd give that a go.
Fantastic. So you're a career agent. You started when you were about 20.
Yeah, pretty much 20, going on 21.
Straight out of school, pretty much, or?
Before that, I worked in LA for a
Yeah.
little while in customer service. So I think that's where I kind of do provide that service because I've got the background
It's great.
to a lot of our vendors and buyers. So,
Yep.
a while now.
Don't be nervous, still.
It's very nerve-wracking, by the way.
You're used to it. So difference between coming to Biggin and Scott and where you've been, you're at a different stage in your career. You're probably getting a little bit hungrier and want to do things. You said you just bought your new first property before.
I did buy my first house, which was probably wouldn't have pushed me prior, but now being in sales, I thought I just got to do it, buy the properties. Now I've been on the other end of the stick, being a purchaser as well.
Yes.
So yeah, that's
Yeah. And so if I was a client coming to deal with you, what are the things you think you bring to the table? What can people expect when they deal with you?
Well, I'm available pretty much 24/7, which I probably shouldn't say
You've
that.
done it before too.
Yeah. Going to do pre-settlements on a Sunday, not entirely fun. But, I mean, I really, in terms of communication, I speak to my vendors every day, really proactive with giving them feedback, just keeping them in the loop, being honest, so they know where everything's at, and just providing that service. Yeah.
It's a common trait. The guys that sit at this table usually are pretty humble. They're not really quite sure why they're here. They're just doing their job well. So here's another one.
Yeah.
So what do you get out of the training we do with Josh? Has that helped you in your career so far with Biggin and Scott?
It has. I mean, Josh has obviously got a lot of background in training and just in terms of just trying to look outside the box in how we do things and how we approach our vendors and... Yeah, I mean, every training I go, I'm pretty pumped when I walk out. Yeah,
and it's all about, as everyone knows, it's all about normal conversations, just trying to get across what you actually want to get across, and
exactly,
and get back the next steps or in direction from your clients. So things you're working on improving. You had a look at this question before we started. So usually the guys that sit here, there's something they're a little bit uncomfortable with, and they're trying to get it right, whether it's scripts, dialogues, or open for inspections and so forth. Are you working on anything in particular at the moment?
Probably more my scripts and dialogues. Just in, I do a lot of off-market sales, and probably just really converting them to auctions. I mean, I do nurture my buyers, so I do have a pretty good success rate off-market because our buyer database is so big. But just as I said, scripts and dialogues, converting them to auctions as opposed to private sale.
Look, that's a great thing. So a lot of off-market deals happening across Melbourne at the moment, and I think customer service. Let's link the two: customer service, off-market sales. That's the future.
Yeah.
Because our databases are strong. We meet people at the door. We can really nurture those relationships and make a deal happen. So I think you're onto something there.
Possibly.
What percentage is it per month, you reckon?
Percentage-wise, I'm not 100% sure. But, I mean, a bit of an example, I had 3 properties off market and I sold them all that month.
Yep.
So it's going pretty well. I mean, my buyer database I really nurture and keep in contact with all my buyers pretty much every couple of days
Yeah.
just to see where they're at, if they've purchased. So I think that's where hopefully down the track my success.
Yeah, okay. So do you set that up as like a VIP viewing for your buyers?
Correct.
Yep.
And I'm constantly just sending them out everything that's going to come online. I send that out before it even goes online.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's working really well.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, you're saving people money and you're making people
Exactly.
money, so it's all good. So what's happening in the Richmond market that everybody doesn't know about at the moment?
Well, I think everyone knows the houses are booming.
Yeah.
We don't have huge stock levels. So Chris and I sold 36 Charlotte Street a couple of weeks ago, went for 1.421. So that was a huge result. That was a 2-bedroom, single front,
amazing.
Richmond Hill, but no off-street parking.
Yeah.
And also 36 Appleton Street, that was 1450. Great result for the vendors. That was a 3-bed, no off-street parking. Houses are going really well. Apartments, unfortunately, with the oversupply of 1 and 2 bedrooms, they are struggling. They have come back a bit.
2-bed is a little bit more popular than the ones?
Yeah, 2 bedrooms, yes, and more the older style. So it's, I guess, the new developments is where it's not going great, and it has come back, but we're still getting them sold. So especially to first home buyers.
Yeah.
So they're getting sold, which is
there's a bit of a
amazing.
change happening in the area, and you can see it driving through. There's lots of apartments going up, but they're letting it happen. It's close to the city. Russell and I sit here all the time. We say it is the city. Yeah.
It is the city.
You can. It's a 5-minute walk to the city, so it's pretty easy. How's the rest of the year looking for you? So you guys have a really busy period now. So we're talking, it's the 24th of November?
So we're busy
24th?
up until the 17th is our last week of auctions before Christmas. So I think I've got about 4 or 5 auctions on the 17th.
Yep.
And then thankfully off on a break.
Look, so there's been a bit of a catch-up. Everybody knows, so the agents watching, they know, but for your clients that are watching, there's been a bit of a catch-up. There has been stock hit the market late. So you'll find that it's really busy between now and the 17th. Most agents in Richmond disappear after that, and at least for a couple of weeks. So, if you've sold, you need to purchase. Get onto it now because it's not going to get any better.
No.
Now, put here, don't worry about the questions. We'll look after you. You've done a great job. Look,
Thank you.
In 10 months to be sitting here, it's fantastic. And I know you've been doing good deals every month. So, but to do 10 and 10, that's a huge result. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And thanks for watching, everyone.
Thank you.